The 2015 Super Rugby season is just minutes away from kick-off for the New Zealand conferences. It's been a solid build-up for the Highlanders this year, with new players coming into the mix, and they kick off their season as defending champions against former two-time champions themselves, the Chiefs. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Highlanders career mode, where it is round number 1. This is the first match for both these two sides this season. It's finally kicking into gear and we're about to finally get underway. The pre-season rubbish is done with. We've had 4 matches in that regards, 3 wins and just the 1 loss to fellow finalists, the Waratahs, and another close encounter. The Hurricanes and the Lions were the first 2 matches and they got smashed by 30 points each. And then it was last week, of course, the Stormers finishing off the pre-season for the Highlanders in good fashion with a good win over the South Africans 21-5. Now it is time to knuckle down and get ready for the first match of the season. And the first squad we've picked is down thanks to those pre-season matches. It almost really picks itself with the front row of Alexander, Coltman and Arfoa. A very, very strong one. S.2 and Retallick pick themselves in the second row, out and out the best locking options in the squad. O'Brien, Armitage and Moen, they make up the back row trio, and as new signings to the club, it's their chance to make a big impression over their counterparts with the likes of Nasi Manu sitting this one on the bench. Aaron Smith, he starts as the starting scrum half today, getting away from the challenge of Francois Holgaard, but don't let you worry about that. Holgaard will be back and Aaron Smith is going to have another fight on his hands for that number 9 jumper. It is West in the number 10, the fly half for this first match. Is he going to keep off the challenge of Sexton this season? Those two have had a real battle. Of course, in the centres, it is Sonny Bill Williams, and today he will be partnered by Wesley Fofana. On the wings, well, there's a big competition for the winger spots, and with at least three quality wingers anyway, it's going to come down to good rotation throughout the squad, especially with Stowers, Wade, and Patrick Osborne waiting in the wings. It's going to be a season that could be massive for those outside men. Ben Smith will start at the back and he will also captain the Highlanders team tonight. Up against some other Chiefs, and well, there's not much new to speak of here for the Chiefs. They've ditched a few players and brought in no one, really. It is still the Chiefs from old. It is the players we have used to seeing in a Chiefs jumper, the likes of Messam, Kane, Karabalo, Cruden, Muliaina, Ngatai, Neno, Williams, Tikaratuma and Tom Marshall at the back, and of course the forwards Afiaki and McIntosh, current Chiefs players already, with Fitzgerald and Thompson in the second row. The only import now in this starting 15 is Salah, the hooker, who will be starting there in the front row for the Chiefs. Otherwise, it is born and bred Chiefs players for this opening round match of 2015. The players look all set for kick-off here. And the interesting selection for the Chiefs here is Mills Muliaina playing in inside centre as the Chiefs kick off their 2015 Super Rugby campaign. The Highlanders gleefully grab the ball for the first time, and with just one man on the ball, they have retained possession. Retallick will use his backs, and a good start. It is come unstuck as McIntosh gets an early intercept for the Chiefs, who are playing in their home strip of the black, travelling away, big wide pass, this could be a try for Neno Williams, he's on Stowers, going for the corner, he scores the opening try for the Chiefs. Can't even get the early introductions out of the way, and a try from the intercept coming back to McIntosh, and one phase play, Afiaki with the massive pass out to Tim Neno Williams, and in the tackle of Stowers, not strong enough to take him over the whitewash on that one, and he gets the first try of the match. Massive pass from the big prop Afiaki, and well, the Chiefs take their early lead here over the defending champions. It is 5-0, and Aaron Cruden, well, I don't even think he's touched the ball yet, and I haven't even gone through the pre-match start of match stuff here. Cruden to kickers. into a 7-0 lead. It's going to hit the uprights. Well, it's swirled around there amazingly when there's no wind at all here in the Forsyth Bar Stadium. It just stayed on the outside. It slowly curved back in, but couldn't make its way past the uprights. And the Highlanders get a touch of a reprieve there, as West will kick us back off. Of course, the Highlanders are in their blue strip today and already trailing by 5 points, their home kit, against the Chiefs, travelling but still in their home kit as well. Here's Croswell. Good run from the number 8 for the Chiefs as he goes up to halfway. It is Aracella, the only imported player in the Chiefs squad at the moment. And he could lose possession. Is it coming back for the blue of the Highlanders? No. No, it's not on this occasion. McIntosh, of course, started that play, but a high shot already from Aaron Smith. He's had a yellow card in pre-season, but the two Smiths combine, and it is Aaron Smith to the bin for 10 minutes. Well, if things couldn't get worse here for the Highlanders, they lose their scrum half with 10 minutes just after 12 minutes. Big blow, but the high tackling scrum halves is becoming a touch of an issue for some of these squads, especially the Highlanders, and it will be Salah to throw in. Goes to the front, stolen from Etzebeth. Armitage, he's playing scrum half with no Smith. Here's Sonny Bill Williams trying to bust through. Good tackle from Ngatai. Takes him to ground. Here's Alfawa going to Fofana, good play. He's got Wade outside, but Wade taken down. Good tackle from Tikaratuma. The Chiefs steam in there and turn them over. Great work from the Chiefs players. Now they go wide. It's there for Ngatai, and it's going to be Timnina Williams. And it's Stowers with another battle between those two scorching wingers. Fitzgerald steps back for it. Oh, big hit on Cruden. Here's Afiaki again, going back for Croswell. And it is Messam who takes it to ground. Great opportunity here for the Chiefs. Ooh, but they've lost out. Ben Smith gives it away to Fofana. Looking outside. Oh, where was Wade? Nowhere to be found. He has to come round and cover. And a poor little play there from the Highlanders. West gets the ball and a short pass, and he sends it downfield over halfway. Playing a bit of territory here. Nana Williams back inside for Croswell. And they set up a maul on halfway. Thompson going wide for Cruden. Now he's going to kick. Kicking battle, I'm not sure if that's really what the Chiefs want to play here, especially given their man advantage. As Stowers tried to line up a punt downfield, gets taken out. Now they give it back for West, who will do the honours. He puts it onto his boot. It's high, up in the sky, and it sits up nicely for Tom Marshall, who returns the kick. Downfield for Wade. He looks wide for Coleman. This is better. The Highlanders break out through Fofana. He puts it on his boot now, and Wade gives chase. Started it all. Now he's leaning up here on Timnina Williams, but a good breakaway here from the Chiefs. Tikaratuma up towards halfway. It's a real stalemate battle here between these two heavyweights of the New Zealand Conference. Highlanders have the ball once again. Retallick, Etzebeth, the second row is combining. Stowers, wide, Armitage. Oh, no one's home out there for the Highlanders. And you have to wonder, where was Stowers? He was in field. He, of course, passed it to Armitage. But not a bad result as they get their scrum half back, Aaron Smith. It is a line out, though, for the Chiefs. Again, Salah will be throwing in, and just about stolen, but it's nicely taken from Thompson. He drives upfield. Nice work here from the loose forwards of the Chiefs. Nicely in there as Messam gives it away. Oh, there's an advantage to the Highlanders. I'm picking forward pass there from Mills Muliaina. And a slight mistake. Ooh, a harsh call, Carvalho.
Crouch.
On the end of that one.
Touch.
The ref getting involved early, making his calls here. He gives a scrum feed to the Highlanders. trailing 5-0 here at home. Round 1 of the 2015 Super Rugby competition. Of course, defending champions. These two sides have had the title for the last 3 years. As Fofane picks up a loose pass, he gives it to Wade. Now there's a chance. We've seen how destructive he is, but he's taken down. Nice tackle from Tom Marshall. Now Aaron Smith. Oh, he's going to kick it. That's not a bad option here. Alfoa gives chase, but he can't claim it, and it is taken down from Cruden again. Not a bad play from the Highlanders, putting pressure on with the boots. Half-time rings, and it's going to be run out here from the Chiefs. Carballo, he eventually kicks it, and we'll head to the sheds for half-time. It is the Chiefs leading this one early, 5-0 after the first half. And look at those stats. Wow, don't they tell a massive story for the Highlanders? 15% of the ball, but their good defence, solid defence, has kept them in this match. They only trail by the 5 points, but they have been on defensive duty all night long. 85% for the Chiefs. That is huge. And look at the territory, 82 as well. That is a huge chunk of this match. The Chiefs have dominated, yet they have only managed to dot themselves down one unconverted try. Handling errors next on the list, 4-2. The Highlanders still making a few errors from their little ball. And of course, the high tackle leading to the penalty and the yellow card for Aaron Smith. Tackles, surprisingly, the Chiefs have still made more, but the Highlanders have done so much defensive work with only 15% of the ball. The Chiefs have made all the plays. How will they get themselves more ball? And into the second half, it is 5-0. The Chiefs leading the Highlanders in this first match for these two sides in the 2015 Super Rugby competition, defending champions versus former champions. It's going to be a cracker. Let's get back down for the second half. Well, the story from half-time is that the Chiefs probably haven't made the most of all that ball that they had in the first half. Can they continue this on? Will the Highlanders storm back? Well, let's find out as West kicks off and he goes over to the right side with his forwards. Oh, brilliantly taken from Alfoa. And it's a beef. Sets it up beautifully. Look at this from the Highlanders. Using their forwards. It is only a couple of players. It's Moen and Alfoa. As it's away, Sonny Bill. Nice pass, Retallick. Oh, he lets it loose. O'Brien feeding it out to Stowers. Oh, this could be a great start for Stowers. He's in touch. Oh, he's such a dangerous, elusive player as Sherwin Stowers. And he got those little feet twinkling, but just found his way into touch. It's a line out here for the Chiefs. Salah will throw in again. Just 6 or so metres out from their own line. To the back they go, and it's nicely taken from Kane. Looks for Cruden, who uses his boot. Not bad option given the territory. Oh, Ben Smith missed it. Oh, wow. That's a mistake from Ben Smith. Somehow, Stowers keeps it in field. And now they swing it to the right side. It's a beat. Splits the line. Alfoa's on hand for support. And he gets taken down. A nice tackle by the Chiefs defence as they lose possession. The Highlanders now on the defensive as Cruden chips over the top. And Ben Smith, he claims that nicely. Goes into the tackle. As Wade gets in there trying to secure ball, but it's come back again for the Chiefs. Here's Carballo going wide. Afiaki back inside ball. Muliaina, easy run try here for Ngatai. Number 2. And Charlie Ngatai gets the Chiefs a 10-point lead. Just as the Highlanders looked like they were starting to flow a bit. A couple of sneaky little plays from the Chiefs, a couple of great kicks from Cruden, and then you see Moen going infield to help defensively. Leaves a gaping hole for Charlie Ngatai. Carballo did well, but it was this play there. It was that move by Muliaina, and it had a massive gap. Ben Smith was in the tackle area, so no fullback, and it left it wide open for Ngatai to score. And the Chiefs are looking right on top of this match. Of course, last time, 2014, as Cruden lines up his kick. In 2014, it was the Blues who took out the Highlanders in round 1 after they had such a brilliant build-up as well. And again, this season, 2015, Season 2 with the Highlanders. It's not looking too good for the Southern franchise. 12-0 down to the Chiefs they are. Round 1, and we are back underway. Nicely taken down, beautiful hit. That was a smashing tackle on Tim Nano-Williams. Now Aaron Smith gets it to Arfoa. He's played pretty well. Coltman uses the line brilliantly. Gives it to Williams. Oh, nice pass from Sonny Bill. Fofana looks outside for Wade. Wade's breaking. He can't get anyone, and he can't find any support. The Highlanders quickly into... Oh, no, they're not. Quickly into survival mode without the ball, but it is away. Cruden to Mills Mulligaina. Oh, Aaron Smith's turned it over, and he's hammered by Cruden. Smashing shot from the two halves. Now it comes away for Fitzgerald, giving it to Tikaratuma. This is a nice run here. Tikaratuma still going. Eventually, Arfoa takes him down. Release. Wow, this is great defence here from the Chiefs. Should have been a couple of tries there as Crosswell over the top. Sunnyville intercepts. Becker goes for Stowers, covering a fullback. Arfoa joins the line. West, he's still got Coleman, and Coleman will open the scoring for the Highlanders in 2015. And it is the hooker who was just sitting out on the wing. It has paid dividends for him after Sonny Bill Williams intercepts the pass from the Chiefs, and an instant counter-attack. Beautiful hands from Ihia West. And Liam Coltsman, look at that. Stowers running at the back from pace, and eventually feeding it nicely to West, who finished it off beautifully for Coltman. A point-perfect pass from West, and he gets the first try for the Highlanders, does Liam Coltman. Of course, no Sexton in the squad tonight. That means it is West who will be taking the kicking duties. What's he got in store for the Highlanders? A beautiful kick to start off his kicking season anyway. It is 12-7. The Chiefs lead by just 5 once again. West didn't take too many kicks last year. Only when Sexton was injured or subbed off that ever happened, as Williams takes down the kickoff and goes to ground, setting it up beautifully on the 22. Aaron Smith, way to Ratulik. Oh, he's still got numbers there. Oh, he had numbers to his left, couldn't get the pass away, and the Chiefs managed to regather their thoughts now. Stowers, Stowers brushes away Tim Nano-Williams. Gets himself a couple metres more upfield. Arfoa, big pass wide for Fana. Oh, no one's home there. That's a poor pass. And eventually, I think Williams has jumped on it. Aaron Smith goes back to West. Could be trouble if he can't get his kick away, but he does. And it is it's a superb kick too, as Stowers streams up the left-hand side. I'm looking for Tom Marshall, and he has hit him high. And Stowers will be in the bin. The hand is in the pocket instantly from the referee, and he is gone. 2 yellow cards in the opening match for the Highlanders. Well, we will not see Stowers back either. 72 minutes is up on the clock, and the Chiefs kick for territory. They could be in store for an upset win over the champions. Have the Highlanders got one last play in their boxer tricks here? It's all been the Chiefs when it comes to lineouts. Oh, but it's intercepted. It's just loose from the Chiefs. No one really wanted to claim that. And the Highlanders will slowly get it back, and it will be Moen to play scrum half. Williams goes through the middle, gives it to West. West looks up, finds Wade. Oh, good tackle on Wade. And it is the Chiefs who pull up with it. Loose pass, and it's come for the Chiefs. Here's Salah, Tikaratuma, brilliant line from the left winger. He feeds it inside for Messam. Still numbers here, Croswell. They're just 15 out, the Chiefs. Can they finish this one on a high? Time is almost up. Here's Carballo. He gets smashed for his efforts off the back of the ruck. Back it goes to Cruden. Oh, he just grubbers it. What was up with that from Cruden? That was a horrible play. Williams, scrum half, West. Back for Fofana, knocked it on, and that could be it. Back it goes Messam. Tim Williams goes to ground.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over as Muliaina goes into the tackle. Croswell, somehow feeds it outside. Now what are they looking here for, the Chiefs? It's Cruden, drop goal, and it's over. There will be no bonus point for the Highlanders. Aaron Cruden has denied them of any success. Well, who saw that coming from the Chiefs? I thought they would have instantly kicked that out of full time. The ref blows his whistle. We're all over here for round one. The Chiefs get a massive victory to kick off their season. Of course, the Highlanders beat them out of that second place in the final match last year. But revenge is got beautifully for the Chiefs. It was the Highlanders who knocked out the Chiefs in the preliminary final as well, but the Chiefs pull it back in round one of 2015, getting a massive revenge over the Highlanders. 15-7, the Chiefs get the win. As for the Highlanders, a try for Liam Coltman, their first and only of the season so far, and it was converted from West. As for the Chiefs, Ngatai with one, and Tim Williams with the other. Cruden, one conversion, and of course that one drop goal. Well, the Highlanders pulled it back in the second half. Just 15% of the ball at half time, but dead even 50-50 at full time. So the Chiefs fell away in the second spell, that's for sure, but they got just as well. They got more points. They got 8 points in the second half to the Highlanders just 7. Territory fairly even, but handling errors of 14-5. Not the best start for the Southern franchise. The Highlanders, we go down the stats, 2 yellow cards. That simply sums it up. 20 minutes at least they were without their 15th player, and that is a long time. That is at least a quarter of the match to be one man down, and then you have to allow for a stoppage in play to get them back on the field. You could work it out, but it was over 20 minutes. It was probably 30, if not more, all up between the two players. So the Chiefs benefited a player up for over a quarter of the match. And line breaks, 8-7, the Highlanders still led that, breaking the line, but the finishing, well, it was disastrously poor from the likes of Wade and Stowers. Well, they were so impressive, but I'm sure any Patrick Osborne fan out there, I know there's some of you, and you'll be yelling at me right about now. Well, are we going to see him next week? Wade and Stowers were ineffective. And it might be a start for Patrick Osborne on one of the wings next week. So as always, let me know what you think in the comments about the squad and who we should have for the next week's match. Round 2 for the Highlanders. Let's go back and check out the table now. The Highlanders take no points from this, and they will be languishing near the bottom, at least, of the New Zealand Conference. So we can have a quick look here through round 2 of the competition, which is, well, it's a pretty silly way to make the draw, but that's how it is. It is the Hurricanes at the top, of course, beating the Blues. We saw that last time in our last pre-season match. The Waratahs bounced back from their loss to thrash the Rebels, and the Bulls opened up with a win over the Lions. The Chiefs, as we just witnessed, 15-7. A scrappy, determined win over, well, luckless Highlanders, really it was. The Reds and the Brumbies, look at that, 11 all. 11 all. What a match that would have been between those two Australian franchises. The Stormers, look at that one, 23-22 over the Sharks. Wow, there's some really close matches this season between these two sides, between any two sides really. The Brumbies and the Reds a draw, the Sharks going down by 1 point. Of course the Force beat the Waratahs by 1 as well back in round 1. And we round out round 2 with the Cheetahs, 18-11 over the Force. So that's, wow, that really puts the cat amongst the pigeons there. We look to round 3 and we've had one match already with the Chiefs going 2 from 2. Close wins, 16-14 over the Crusaders. Wow, that is close as you get. We can look at the standings now from, well, after that match. The Chiefs, the only New Zealand Conference side to play 2, and they have 2 wins. A points difference of just plus 10, but 2 wins is 8 points, and they sit firmly top of the New Zealand Conference. The Hurricanes have played one match, which they won by just 5 points, and they have 4 points in second. The Crusaders, one loss, but -2. The Blues, one loss, -5 points difference. They both got bonus points for their losses, but the Highlanders, how unlucky. 1 point outside of bonus points, -8 for them. But that table, that is just remarkable. In South Africa, it is the Bulls at the top on 5 points. The Cheetahs and the Stormers have 1 win each, and the Sharks and the Lions on the bottom, no wins, but the Sharks have 1 losing bonus point. It's in Australia where the action is kicking off red hot. The Reds, 2 matches, a win and a draw. They sit top of the table with 6 points. But it's the Waratahs with a win and a loss. They'd also have 6 points thanks to bonus points. The Western Force sit third, just 1 point adrift on 5, and the Brumbies on 2. And trailing out the bottom are the Rebels with just 1 point. Bit more points difference going between those franchises there though. The Waratahs +28, Rebels -33. So that wraps up for round 2, and we can look ahead to our first venture outside of our home stadium, which hasn't been much of a fortress already, with our first up loss to the Chiefs at home. Not the best start. We head off to Suncorp, where we will find the Reds ready and waiting. Of course, the Reds drawing with the Brumbies, and well, they're top of the Australian Conference, so the best Australian side at the moment, and that is going to be a cracker. Round 3 of the 2015 Super Rugby competition. Remember, of course, if you have any thoughts or ideas about the team, leave them in the comments. And just like today's match as well, was mainly picked by the comments. And yeah, we'll be back soon with round 3 of the competition. The Highlanders versus the Reds, Suncorp Stadium. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed today's match, and I'll see you all next time for plenty more rugby. Until then, take care.